What's up, people? This episode of Mind Bacon is brought to you by Anchor. Here we go. What's up, mofos? This is the podcast. It feels really good to be finally doing this. Holy crap. This is definitely very weird, though. I've been, rehearsing it in my head. Yeah, here we go. Let's get into it. This is Mind Bacon, episode 1. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm going to mess up so much. But here we go. We're going to find out if that light is too bright. We're learning together. All right? We're in this together. This is going to be really cool. So I had the idea of the podcast like a week ago. I think I just said, I just want to do it. Let's do it. Let's get right into it. And I just got all the stuff I wanted. And I think I decided I want to do an uncensored podcast. So I'm going to drop my first swear of the podcast. Fuck it. That's what I said. I said, fuck it. And here we are. A lot of breathing. A lot of sniffling, too, because of the pollen. Actually, it's not too bad today. I think it's gotten better. I was outside right when I woke up at 9, watching my dog take a shit. And it was nice. It was so nice today. I should just be outside right now, but I should do the podcast outside one time. That'd be interesting. I think we're gonna go for let's just go for 45 minutes or something. I don't know. When did I start? I don't know. I think I do. So I want to talk about what this podcast will be about. I want to talk about myself. If for those of you who don't know who I am, who the hell is this guy, right? And I want to talk about my goals in life for the podcast, and for everything like that. So first of all, I've been holding this button. This is the bullshit button. I think this is going to be a big part of the podcast. There's a lot of things in life that are just bullshit, I think. So I got this bullshit button just in preparation, really, and it's really funny. So if there's anything that we talk about that's just bullshit, and my dad says that a lot too. Oh, he goes like this. He goes, "That's bullshit." He'll really bullshit. But this is if we do find anything that is bullshit, it goes like this.
Attention, the bullshit meter has detected major BS. Confirmed. That's definitely some bullshit.
Something like that, or it could be like this.
You gotta be kidding me. That's 3 gallons of bullshit in a 2-gallon bucket.
That's my favorite. It says that's 3 gallons of bullshit in a 2-gallon bucket. Let's go, baby. This is going to be great, man. So Mind Bacon, the name came from an old YouTube series that me and my best friend did. My 2 best friends, we did a while ago. And by a while, I mean 5 years. Right? Yeah, I think we stopped 5 years ago. Because I think it was 7 years, and then we did it for a couple years. And then we just did YouTube. There we go. That's what's gonna happen. We just did YouTube all the time. So, but Mind Bacon I think was a little more put together, but it was still really just shitty and it was really inappropriate. But so we took most of it down. But so Greg is his name. We were the co-stars of Mind Bacon, so he's gonna be the co-star of this podcast. He'll be around because he's gonna go off to not college. It's just school, vet school. Pretty sure I'm fucking that up. So he'll be gone for a few months, which is...
Oh, no, you didn't. That's some bullshit.
It's a little bit bullshit. Only just because right as as we're starting the podcast, but that sounds so spoiled to me too. So I think that'd be cool. So that's another goal of the podcast. And a big thing I want to do is I want to do music, because I'm a musician. I love music. I love listening to music. I love making music. Blah blah blah. I love talking music. And so I want to have musicians over, and I just want to have friends over. I want to have friends on the show. I want to have musicians. I want to not so much like interview, but I think just like open discussion would be cool. So I think that's where I want to take it. And yeah, I mean, I just think it would be really cool to have open discussions and just kind of fuck around and whatever. So but Greg is gonna be mainly on the show, and because he's my best friend. I'll have Matthew, he's my best friend, and James. Those are my three like best friends that I'm gonna have on the show. And then there's also musicians that are friends, so I'll have them on the show too. Friends and musicians. And I don't know if you heard my stomach go just now, because I worked out, and then after I work out I have like this protein shake, and it's so good, but it's immediately when I drink it, like the second I take 2 sips, my stomach goes like the second I drink it. It's Juice Plus. That's what it is. Juice Plus protein chocolate shake. Check them out, Juice Plus. That's not a plug. That's not a sponsor. I just take their pills and drink their shakes. So there you go. Yeah. And obviously I want to talk about everything that's been going on like this year, because this year has been this year. And I think I should just talk about it and get it out of the way. Because obviously it will come up, obviously. But I think if I just like nip it in the bud, just COVID, right? Fucking COVID. I was scared because I thought I had it one time. So it was like the beginning of April. There would have been no reason for me to have COVID, because I've literally been quarantined for the better half of like 3 months or some shit, because, and I've only gone out to the ATM, because you know what I'm saying right there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's guap. To go to the ATM, I think I went to Guitar Center like once. The place was dead. What else did I do? I've definitely like gone out like a little bit, but I've mainly been just home, working from home, chilling at home. It's great. I'm with my parents. We have a home gym, so I work out there. And yeah, I don't know. It's good. So yeah, but once again, bullshit. So.
Whoa, watch your step. You just walked into some bullshit.
And I know it's not completely bullshit. I hate saying it's bullshit, because quarantine is necessary. It's still very relevant, still very real. Don't catch this thing, because it's not good. And I know what everybody else says too. The death rate, yeah, it's so low. The chances of you getting it are so low, and the chances within getting it and then dying, like, it's so low. But would you want to take that chance? I don't know. And I've kind of had that mindset like the whole time too. I've like ever since like March, mid-March, early March, I've just been like, it'll be fine. I'm that kind of guy. It'll be fine. It'll be all right. I'm gonna pull up some funny TikToks, because let's see if this, well, just to test the audio too. This guy has a really cool song. Yeah, so I think the audio's working. Yes, it is. I think I found this the other day, but really, really cool and funny. Summer has come to pass. Voice is so good. Voice is amazing and very, very Billy Joe Armstrong. We can go out without our masks. Love it. Wake me up when 2020 ends. I think we can all relate with that too. But it's just like really good. Like it's like I'll see stuff like this too and I'm like, oh, that's funny. But with this one I was like, this guy is good. This guy sings good. He's got a nice voice. We are all one the same. Police can't get that through their brains. Wake me up. Okay. When 2020 ends. Yeah. And obviously brought up the other stuff that's happening with the rioting and the looting. Very serious stuff. And I don't want to really get too political on this show, but it's very crazy. The world has been burning down for like months now. So there's my stomach again, dude. Did you hear it? What is it about that shake? Just instantly have to shit everywhere. What is it about that shake? So that's really, really, really funny. And then speaking of the newest, latest stuff that's been happening, I'm saying it like it's a new fucking Apple product, but it's really bad. It's awful, and people are getting hurt, and by the way, like that's another thing too, is like other people are going out and protesting and like not being safe and not wearing a mask, which is so dumb. Like that's what like from the get-go, that's what I was saying. If you're gonna go out, like I support the message, I support the protest. If you're gonna go out though, just wear a mask and just be safe about it. I saw this post one time that was like, it listed out everything that you need, like mask, gloves, water. I think that's kind of common sense at this point. But then it also listed off other stuff, like make sure to bring a backpack and like trail mix. So it really would, like, if you just want to do it right, like go protest, but do it right. And like if there's one near you, you should go out. Even though you should go with friends. I think. Not that it's weird to go alone. I think it's just like safer. But hell, fuck it, go by yourself too. I'm just trying to be right. I'm trying to be right, and I'm trying to not be offensive. Shouldn't be that hard, but I mean, you know how it goes. But so that's been cool. I guess we'll just catch you up on my 2020. But that reminded me of like it's the same thing as like, oh, COVID. Remember COVID? It feels so. It's weird because it's like we should have a like tally. By the way, I thought about that. I'm trying to say like less, but if what the fuck was I gonna say? We were put in quarantine, or it was a stay-at-home order, which is just quarantine. I knew there wasn't gonna be like a set date, like quarantine's over on this day or whatever. It's nice out. People want to go out, which is cool. But it's weird because like summer and like good weather just makes you feel like everything's like kind of back to normal. But like remember COVID? This video.
Hey, remember the pandemic?
Exactly.
Huh? The pandemic.
Wait. Huh? Like that's him and then that's everyone else. Huh?
Remember the pandemic? Huh? The pandemic, the coronavirus. Oh, yeah.
Right, that's everybody. That's me. Oh, I literally have. I mean, yeah, forgotten about that shit.
Yeah, that. I forgot about that.
I think like everybody's just trying to. I think like that's a good thing though. People are like optimistic and just want to kind of not maybe push it to the side and just think happy thoughts.
Is that still going on? Or I don't know. I don't think so, because it's not really on the news as much anymore, and like businesses are opening back up. People are going to parties and parks and stuff. So like, I guess we beat it. Do you remember anything from like April or May? Nope, not a fucking thing.
Nope. Right. Exactly. So funny.
But I also don't remember anything from the past like 2 years. It's all just a giant chaotic blur. Just
isn't that weird? Wait, did he just say what I think he just said?
Years. It's all just I also don't remember anything from the past like 2 years. It's all...
Me neither. Mostly last year. Last year was just a fucking blur. Why was 2019 such a blur? Does anybody else remember 2019? Should have really held on to that year, man. I think it's so weird. I think 2020 was like really everybody's plan to really, because I think it's the decade thing. It just felt like the end of a decade, and it was, because that was like huge. Everybody was like, sharing and highlighting everything that happened like within the decade, and then you would look at shit and be like, oh, I'm that, or that happened so long ago now. But so weird that he said that, because I thought the same exact thing.
But I also don't remember anything from the past like 2 years. It's all just a giant chaotic blur. Just Want to go get a corn dog or something? Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go get a...
Yeah, so that's funny. But how does that end?
Oh, sorry. I was just laughing about something else. Yeah, go outside. Everything's fine. Oh, okay, cool. He said it's fine. Let's go.
That's funny. I saved that because I was like, oh, yeah, remember COVID? And then this video is hysterical. This is going to be me. Well, this kind of already is me because it's summer and we have a pool, but this is like the celebration dance right here. This guy goes in with the, what the hell is that? Killing it. Dude, oh my gosh, dude, doing this thing. He's like full thrusting from, like, got his full body into it, and of course I exited out of it. Fucking throws it back. And then gets on his, puts his, when the hands go on the knees, shit's going down. And like grabbing his head in like a very sexual way. Shaking what should be an ass, but is not much. Proceeds to grab the railing that you use to enter the pool, grabbing that, and continues to throw it the hell back. Still going. And this dude just walks by him. Whoa, what is he drinking? He's it's like some kind of like strawberry, but look at what that drink is in. He's drinking the letter O. How is he? I've never seen that. Look at that. just walking by with his girl, and then the girl is kind of like dancing. This guy doesn't give a shit though. This guy just wants to get in. By the way, get in the pool with the drink. Get in the pool with the drink, probably glass. Maybe, I don't know, who knows. The drink is so big. Walking by, the girl's grooving, but they don't even acknowledge the guy just throwing it the absolute fuck back. Just one of my favorites. I'm sure like everybody else, like I've been on TikTok like crazy. It's like it's like one of those things. It's like Vine. It's like probably as good as Vine now. Not the same, but it's good. I like TikTok. It used to be kind of like dumb, but I feel like it used to be like, what was that other app? Like Musical.ly? What the fuck was Musical.ly? I think I have another funny Corona video. Oh yeah, this one. This guy.
Thank God we found you, dude. You're free.
Good acting so far. Great acting.
What did I miss?
Superb acting. Plays two different characters. Is basically Adam Sandler.
Well,
or Eddie Murphy. Or anybody who has done that.
Australia was burning there for a while. Iran launched some missiles. Kobe died.
Forgot about that and forgot about... I mean, you can't forget about Kobe, but...
There for a while. Iran launched some missiles. Kobe died in a helicopter crash. There was a pandemic.
His face is everybody's... especially after Kobe. But that's everybody's face 2020.
There was a pandemic that shut the whole world down. No.
I like the way he gets it. No. No. He fucking does that. He's not even like, what? He's not. He's just like, come on, no. Just continues to close the door.
No. And then there's the rioting and the looting.
No. I like the way he does that. No. Oh. You thought I was coming in. No. That's funny. Good shit. I have some other TikToks lined up, but we'll get there. And I have to pee, and I should have peed before I filmed, or I started filming. I knew it. But life goes on. So that's what's up. Mind Bacon is going to be kind of an interesting combination of like music, comedy, life, open discussion, something like that. The stomach, again, just saying, third time that it's been like really vocal. A little bit about me. My name is Chris. I should have done this at the beginning of the episode. I'm from Massachusetts. I make music. I love music. So I release music right now under the name CHYLD, which is spelt CHYLD. And a really funny story about that actually was my family and I were in Hilton Head because we always vacation there. I'm kind of stuffy too again, but so we were in Hilton Head, and we were at brunch, and I was definitely eating waffles. I always get waffles, but I was talking to my mom about just my music stuff. She always asks. She always goes, "So what's new? So what's new with the music?" You know. She'll go, and even if I have like a new song or whatever, she'll go, how's your song doing? and then I'll tell her, I'm too modest. I'll just say it's fine. It's good. And she'll go, even if it's like that, I think, she'll just go, oh, my little superstar. Yeah, so anyways, we were talking about that, and I was telling her probably some stuff about, I'm doing a song with this person, I got this song, and then back when like live music was a thing, I'm trying to plan these shows, and I probably mom kept on saying like child this, child that. Oh, so that's like child or child this, and my sister was like to my right. I have to think about directions for a second. She was to my right, and she goes, what the were you guys talking about? And because it was a child this, and I was like, what do you mean? Because she knows I do music, right? I'm like, I do music or whatever. I didn't say that, but and so my mom and I were just like, there's music, like child. And my sister goes, oh, I thought it was CHYLD. And I go, oh, I do that guy. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's so funny, because I think she also like low key was like, oh, I think I like CHYLD better. And she's definitely gonna watch this podcast, and I'm gonna say, hey Liz, I'm doing a podcast, and yeah, and we're still watching. Yeah, it's really awkward. So that was really funny. But I make music under CHYLD. My latest single is out now. It's called Antidote. And today it just got added to another playlist on Spotify, which I'm really grateful for. So shout out to Spotify for doing that, adding it to the Metropolis playlist with over 600,000 followers. That's incredible. I think we're like number 12 on the list, on the playlist, and it feels amazing, obviously, and it's a proud moment after hard work, and really proud of the tune, and Mickey Darling and I are blessed. We're blessed. They're so awesome. I love those guys. Mickey Darling. Let's talk about Mickey Darling for a second. We started the song like a while ago in September. Eventually just kept on working on it, and then it got released mid-April. So it's a really fun tune. They're really fun guys, and they make incredible music, so you should check them out. Yeah, so we're really excited about that, and we started a TikTok dance contest like a little bit ago, probably 3 weeks now. So we launched it, and a bunch of people submitted. We have like 30 submissions, which is really fun, and everybody took it so seriously, and maybe I can play my favorite. I have like a favorite one. I don't know if I should do that yet before we announce the winners. But I do have a favorite one. I saw it like a couple days after people were posting, and I just knew. I was like, oh, that one's my favorite for sure. So we'll see, though. We'll see who the winner is. We wanted to wait to like post anything, and we want to wait, just wait until after things really calm down, and just be appropriate about it, and so there's that. Let's see. Yeah, I have a couple things I want to talk about, I guess. I can look at my list real quick in case I'm forgetting anything. Oh yeah, I watched that movie Super Size Me last weekend with my parents, and that is some crazy shit. Really, really cool. And then I'm also, at the same time, I'm watching this thing on Netflix called History 101, and they did a thing on fast food, but they went more into like obviously they got into like the stuff about how it's like so unhealthy, but they went more into the franchises and like how crazy, like how, I think something I really remember from it was like how fast like all American franchises like went into different countries, like foreign countries, and how what was the one country that didn't? I swear there was one. I have no idea. There was one country that literally didn't want any fast food because just because it didn't fit their vibe or whatever, like, or something. Not that, but something like that. And I thought that was really funny. Like or I guess, I mean, they were smart. Who the fuck was it? They just wanted to keep things healthy, I guess. I think I'm probably butchering that completely, but I thought that was really funny. Yeah, I'm gonna get to some other COVID stuff that I saved. What is this? COVID mass. Something I saved from Facebook. I don't know why I saved this. It's really long, so obviously I would never read the whole thing. Oh, well, that reminds me though. My mom, let's see if I have that somewhere. My mom sent me an article. She was talking about, she's a germaphobe. She's the Howie Mandel of the family. But she was talking about how Massachusetts is at least doing it right. Like, we're doing it right. And everybody else that's opening too fast and not regulating and keeping some rules, you know, like wearing masks and shit, they're failing, and they're having another like huge spike in cases. So yeah, at least 18 U.S. states report increasing coronavirus cases after reopening. So like Florida and California, really? So like, yeah, what's the worst thing that could probably happen is that they have a second phase of like a second shutdown. That would be yikes. Some things in life I just say, well, that gets a yikes from me. I thought there was something that my buddy sent me that I definitely gave a yikes to. Oh, I think it was just like other stuff. So I have stuff that I want to talk about with Greg, so we'll wait with that. But yeah, getting into some music stuff. Well, actually, first, before we get into this music stuff, because how long now have I been going? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we'll see where this train takes us. So, I want to get into some space stuff because space is sick, and we had the SpaceX launch, which was really cool. I remember that, like, the day that they were first originally trying to launch, but it didn't fail, but they just postponed because of weather. It was really fucking cool because, I mean, I haven't seen a launch in a while, and my mom and I were out somewhere. I'm a mama's boy, so I'll talk about my mom a lot. Not that I don't love my dad, obviously, but I hug my mom and shit all the time. It'd be weird to just like hug my dad all the time, I think, because we're like bros. It'd be weird for me to just be like, Dad, just just like take them like real close. I love you. I don't know why that's weirder than. I'll do this with my mom all the time. I love my mom. I mean, I love my family, but I hug my mom all the time. You know, I'm just like you're the best, and whatever. But where's I going with that? Jesus. SpaceX. SpaceX was really cool. We watched the first day, and we were watching it for like 2 hours, and then they were like officially postponed, like with like 15 minutes to go, and we were like, okay. And then we didn't even hear like an announcement or whatever. But on Saturday, I woke up and I was like, oh, they're probably doing the space launch today, and sure enough, they were. And I worked out. I got my shake, and I was watching the launch. I love my shakes. I should have one on the podcast someday. I'll talk about the shake, but maybe Juice Plus should just sponsor me. That'd be cool. Eventually, but it was awesome. I mean, that thing. I went into it with the impression that like rockets went way slower than it did. Like I had the impression that it was like 3, 2, 1, and then it was still on the ground. I thought everything started, and then like it took like maybe 10 seconds for it to like boom, 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 boom. But I guess that was like bigger rockets like the Apollo and shit like that. But I mean, this thing, it was 3, 2, 1, and it like it went, and I was like, oh. And I couldn't get over this. I kept on yelling at my dad because I was like, dude, did you see that? We couldn't believe how fast they were in orbit or whatever. We could not believe how freaking fast it was from Earth to orbit. It was like 7 minutes. That's ridiculous. And it brought back my love for space, and that was the day I had actually, when I got changed, I put on a NASA shirt because I was repping it hard, and I like stuff like that. That's like big news because I went out and I went out for a walk, and someone saw my NASA. At that point, I had a hoodie. I had a NASA shirt, and then I put the NASA hoodie on. It's over there, but and someone walking by was like, nice, and in my head I'm like, okay, like stay 6 feet away from me, but thank you. And so they were like, nice, I love the hoodie, and I said, oh yeah, did you see the launch? And they're like, yeah. So that's something that's cool to like talk up, like you don't even know this person, but somehow you just are talking about that already. Did you see it? Yes, of course I saw it. And I saw this really sad thing today where there's a video of Elon Musk I've seen like a couple times. This is like this is kind of to the dreamers out there. I'm a dreamer, follow my dreams, and that's Elon Musk. Elon Musk is incredible. I love this guy. And this is basically like an interview on 60 Minutes where this asshole of a guy, I don't know who he is, it's just some old asshole being like, hey, your heroes don't like what you're doing. And that's so rude, but I get it. You're interviewing and you're like trying to cut into those emotions, I guess. But Elon Musk is like shedding tears, and he's like, yeah, I mean, watch for yourself. Here we go. Or listen.
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene...
Cuts him off. By the way, cuts him off. Cuts him the frig off. Ready?
This idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene...
Come on, man. And I get it. You're, like I said, you're just trying to get some good content God damn it.
Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight in the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I wonder what you think of that. What a dick, you know? I don't know who that guy is, so I don't know. That's I don't know. This whole thing is tough to watch because I think like the whole time, like in his right eye, it's a little teary. I've also been learning a lot about, like, I didn't understand, like, what is SpaceX, and then as soon as I heard Elon Musk, and I remember what he was saying before, and then I've been learning so much about that, and it's really cool. I really want to go to Mars, because fuck this planet, but check it out.
And I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that, because those guys are, yeah.
Oh, so when he stops his sentence by saying, yeah, just in his head is just like, fuck, like it just like hits him again, like realizing.
Because those guys are, yeah.
Oh. But keep watching.
You know, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. You know, I wish they would come and visit.
And the music too, by the way, really, really sells it. And Elon's such a smart guy. He's so nice and everything. So that's I don't know. It's just so sad. But the message behind this is just like really just like, don't stop chasing your dreams. No matter who is not trying to stop you, but like, you know, gets in the way, or even mentally, you know, mentally for him to be going through that is like tragic. He's sinking his life into just incredible things. Yeah, here we go.
You know, I wish they would come and visit and see the hard work that we're doing here.
Which I believe it. I believe the hard work for sure.
And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
Oh.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult.
Oh.
Did you expect them to cheer you on?
So they're hoping they would.
What are you trying to prove to them?
What I'm trying to do is to make a significant difference in spaceflight and help make spaceflight accessible to all.
Really cool. He gets cut off, but it says he's just trying to make space flight accessible to everybody, which is cool. He's trying to put humans on the planet Mars. I don't know why I said it like that. On the planet Mars, he's trying to put people on planet Mars and colonize and just study, and eventually I could see a life where my grandchildren have the option to buy tickets and either vacation on Mars or live on Mars. I think you should have that choice. I don't know. It's so crazy to think that, but I think there's so much that makes it sound impossible to live on Mars, like the temperature. What was the other cool thing about Mars? I was watching another thing about Mars and shit. What was I watching? What was the thing? It was like, the temperature differences are crazy, but the cool thing, I remember for sure, the cool thing was this little robot. They've sent like a couple of them, but it caught these photos of like, I think like the sun rising and then the earth rising, because it was creating this light and it was so beautiful, and you're like, whoa, the earth is rising, which is really cool, because obviously we have sunrise and sunset, but if you go to Mars, you get to say, oh, I'm watching the earth set. What? Crazy. Oh my freaking God. We have to watch this bit from Shark Tank. I've been watching a lot of Shark Tank. I love those guys. I've been watching Shark Tank like nonstop. And I was watching it right before I was filming this. And there was this one lady who basically, I think two ladies had this product and it was something for babies, and it was like a blanket, a combination. I don't know. Go watch it, and it was like this kind of blanket thing that wrapped them up. I mean, we're talking like fresh out of the oven babies. It was a really cool product, but this girl was saying her background. Like, they always ask, like, well, what's your background? You know, they'll always jab it in, whether it's like it makes sense, because in this case it made sense. They did their pitch and then everything, and right out of the gate, I think Barbara or Lori goes, so what's your background? And then there's other pitches where like they've already like gone back and forth so much that they're like, well, hold on, go back. What's your background? And you're like, who cares? There's already offers on the table. I get so heated watching Shark Tank, and I got really heated watching this. So we're gonna listen, and I'm gonna flip a shit. Okay.
What's your background? Because I'm from Portland, it just kind of made sense that I work for Nike, right? And so that's what I did for the first 7 years of my career. Still stayed in apparel and footwear.
Okay. So far, really cool. She's worked with Nike and worked in did footwear and apparel or whatever she just said. And I'm having trouble launching it because I knew that was going to happen. When I paused it, I was going to have a hard time launching it back up again. So funny.
Apparel and footwear, worked for Adidas, and then
oh my God. So Adidas. Are you freaking kidding me?
that I work for Nike, right? And so that's what I did for
Okay, great. You work for Nike. Okay. You work for Nike.
first 7 years of my career. Still stayed in apparel and footwear, worked for Adidas.
You worked for who? I'm so what? You worked for who? Who's Adidas? And having a hard time loading it again. Okay. Listen, honey. You work in footwear? And you worked with those people? And you call it Adidas? Holy shit, you know? Wow. I can't believe she called it Adidas. Which, by the way, it's Adidas. And that's probably the most Chris D'Elia moment I'm going to have on this podcast. Because I love Chris, so sometimes my Chris D'Elia comes out. That's so funny. Yeah, wow. Adidas. I just got to hear it again. But my computer's being a son of a bitch. I was watching that and I howled at the moon like a freaking wolf, I guess. That's so funny. This one, right? I think. I'm so stuffy again.
For Adidas, and then worked at HP.
You gotta be kidding
It just kind of made sense that I work for Nike, right? And so that's what I did for the first 7 years of my career. Still stayed in apparel and footwear, worked for Adidas.
That's incredible to me. That she worked with Adidas and called it Adidas. So there's that. Now I'm gonna try to fix this latency because I knew this was gonna happen too. Check. Okay, that's better. Let me try this. Check. Okay, that's better. Oh my gosh, that was like I was kind of thinking of things to talk about, and then I watched that, and I was like, you know what? You should have seen me watching that. She just said it so nonchalantly, and and she's very professional. And okay, and also, by the way, like right off the bat, they were crazy. They were asking for freaking $1 million for 8%. And I love when that happens. Like you'll see that like all the time. Like these people will like evaluate their company like way too big. Like that. So that was like that was a $12.5 million valuation. And my dumbass is watching, and I hear that, and she goes $1 million for 8%, and I go, "You're evaluating at $80 million?" So don't listen to me. It's quick math. Jeez. So maybe if it was like $10 million for 8%, but I'm gonna zip my lid before I sound so dumb. Yeah, we're probably gonna wrap up soon, but yeah, so that was so funny. Oh my gosh. This TikTok is really funny. This is really underrated. Really underrated TikTok.
Alternate reality where Macklemore has a lot on his mind. Hey, Macklemore, can we go thrift shopping?
I don't know, okay? All right? Just shut up! I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
That's my favorite part. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I showed my friends Dave. We'll have to talk about Dave because there's an episode of Dave, which if you don't know, that's Little Dicky's show, and it's like one of my favorite shows now. It's so good. And there's an episode where with Macklemore and Little Dicky was talking about his jacket that he got. He was like asking his buddies and his girlfriend. He's like, "What do you think about the jacket? Or is it like I should do this, right?" And his friends were like giving him shit. But then like Macklemore shows up or whatever, and it's this whole moment. But then the girlfriend's like, "I like that jacket on you. Like, where'd you get that?" And he goes, "The thrift shop." And I'll say it again. He goes, because Macklemore is there, and he goes, "I got this at the thrift shop." It's like a defeating moment for him, and that was like really funny. I don't know if my friends caught that because we were watching it and they didn't laugh nearly as hard as I thought. That should have gotten a laugh. Another thing I saw on, I think Facebook or Reddit. I saw it on Reddit. Oh, my thing's freaking out a little bit. There we go. Apparently it's Igor Stravinsky's 138th birthday. So I didn't know that we kept counting birthdays after you died, because he's obviously not 138. And I'd be curious, actually. YouTube. Igor Stravinsky. Speaking of Igor, my favorite fucking album. Let's see what Igor Stravinsky? Igor Stravinsky. The best of Stravinsky. I'll do this one. This is called, dear God, it's 30 minutes long. It's called The Rite of Spring. Let's see what we got here. Already bored out of my mind. Oh, whoa, latency. So I probably talk so weird. It's very nice, but that's for another time. I'm getting super latency now. So I'm going to wrap up. But I think we're going to do every Thursday, at least not for this month. Because I don't, well, it's going to be, today's the third Thursday of the month, but today's Wednesday, Chris. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Check out my new single called Antidote. It's out now with Mickey Darling. I have some brand new merch coming on the way. I have a lot of other merch that's available now. Some of the stuff was selling out, so grab it while you can, but I'll have some stuff coming out real soon. But thank you for joining. This was Mind Bacon. I'm Chris Berry, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.